Hello and welcome back to the English Audiobook Library. I'm so excited to share this video with you today because we're going to explore the top 10 audiobooks that will transform your English learning journey. Whether you're just starting out as a beginner, advancing through intermediate level, or polishing your advanced skills, I've carefully selected audiobooks that will not only improve your English, but also keep you entertained and inspired. Audiobooks are one of the most powerful tools for language learning. They improve your listening comprehension, expand your vocabulary, teach you natural pronunciation, and expose you to beautiful storytelling, all at the same time. And the best part? You can listen anywhere, anytime. So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's dive into these amazing audiobooks. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our free audiobook content. Section 1. Why Audiobooks for Learning. Before we jump into the list, let me quickly explain why audiobooks are so effective for English learners. First, audiobooks provide authentic English. You hear how words are actually pronounced, how sentences flow naturally, and how native speakers use rhythm and intonation. Second, they're engaging. Unlike grammar textbooks, audiobooks tell stories that capture your imagination. When you're entertained, you learn without even realizing it. Third, they're convenient. You can listen while commuting, exercising, cooking, or relaxing. This makes it easy to get hours of English practice every week. Fourth, they build listening stamina. At first, listening in English might be tiring, but with audiobooks, you gradually build the ability to understand English for longer periods. And finally, they expose you to rich vocabulary and grammar and context. You don't just learn isolated words. You learn how language works in real situations. Now, let's get to our top 10 list. I've organized these from beginner to advanced level, so you can find the perfect match for your current skills. Beginner level, books 1 to 3. Number 10, Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. Let's start with a timeless classic that's perfect for beginners. Charlotte's Web tells the heartwarming story of a pig named Wilbur and his friendship with a clever spider named Charlotte. Why it's great for beginners. The language is simple and clear. The sentences are short and easy to follow. The story uses common everyday vocabulary that you'll use in real conversations. Plus, it's beautifully narrated with clear pronunciation. The story is about friendship, kindness, and bravery, themes that resonate with everyone. Even though it's considered a children's book, adults love it too because of its beautiful storytelling and life lessons. Vocabulary level, basic to elementary. You'll learn words related to farm life, animals, friendship, and emotions. Recommended listening approach. Listen to each chapter twice. First time, just enjoy the story. Second time, focus on understanding every word. Number 9, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Our next pick is The Little Prince, a philosophical tale about a young prince who travels from planet to planet, meeting interesting characters and learning about life, love, and human nature. Why it's perfect for beginners. This book uses simple language to express profound ideas. The sentences are straightforward, making it easy to follow. The vocabulary is accessible, but the story is deep enough to keep you thinking. The beauty of The Little Prince is that you can read it at any age and find new meaning each time. For language learners, it offers clear English with emotional depth. Vocabulary level, elementary. You'll learn words about traveling, friendship, nature, and emotions. The descriptive language is simple but beautiful. Fun fact, this book has been translated into over 300 languages, making it one of the most translated books in the world. That shows you how universally loved this story is. Listening tip. Pay attention to how the narrator expresses different emotions. This will help you understand how tone and intonation convey meaning in English. Number 8. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Number 8 takes us to the adventures of a mischievous boy named Tom Sawyer in 19th century America. This book is full of humor, adventure, and memorable characters. Why it's great for learners. Mark Twain writes in a conversational style that feels natural and authentic. The story is exciting and engaging, which keeps you motivated to keep listening. You'll learn American English expressions and cultural references that are still relevant today. The adventures include Tom's clever schemes, his friendship with Huckleberry Finn, his romantic interest in Becky Thatcher, and his exciting escapades, including witnessing a murder and getting lost in a cave. Vocabulary level, elementary to pre-intermediate. You'll encounter some historical and regional vocabulary, but the context makes it easy to understand. Warning: some editions use dialect and old-fashioned language. Look for modernized or simplified versions if you're a beginner. Learning benefit: this book teaches you about American culture, history, and values. You'll also learn descriptive language for storytelling. Intermediate level, books 4-7. Number 7, Animal Farm by George Orwell. Moving into intermediate territory, we have Animal Farm, a powerful political allegory about farm animals who rebel against their human farmer, hoping to create a society where animals can be equal, free, and happy. Why it's excellent for intermediate learners. The language is clear and direct. Orwell's writing style is famous for being simple yet powerful. The story works on two levels: as an entertaining animal story, and as a political commentary, which makes it intellectually engaging. The vocabulary is accessible, but the themes are sophisticated. This combination helps you build your English skills while thinking critically about important topics like power, corruption, and equality. Vocabulary level, intermediate. You'll learn political terms, descriptive language, and expressions related to social structures and power dynamics. Length, it's a short novel, usually around 3 hours as an audiobook, making it perfect for learners who want a complete story without a huge time commitment. Discussion value. This book is great for thinking and talking about themes in English. After listening, try summarizing the story or discussing its meaning with other learners. Number 6, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Number 6 is The Old Man and the Sea, a profound story about an aging Cuban fisherman named Santiago who struggles with a giant marlin far out in the Gulf Stream. Why Hemingway is perfect for English learners. Hemingway's writing style is famous for being simple, direct, and powerful. He uses short sentences, clear vocabulary, and minimal description. This makes his work accessible to learners while still being literary and profound. The story is about perseverance, dignity, and the struggle against nature. It's a short novel but packed with meaning and beautiful imagery. Vocabulary level, intermediate. You'll learn vocabulary related to the sea, fishing, and nature. The descriptive language is simple but evocative. Length. This is a short novel, typically around 2 to 3 hours as an audiobook. Literary value. This book won the Pulitzer Prize and contributed to Hemingway winning the Nobel Prize in Literature. You'll be experiencing one of the most important works in American literature. Listening approach. Focus on how Hemingway creates powerful images with simple words. This teaches you that effective English doesn't have to be complicated. Number 5, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. At number 5, we have The Great Gatsby, set in the jazz age of the 1920s. It tells the story of the mysterious millionaire Jay Gatsby and his obsession with the beautiful Daisy Buchanan. Why it's valuable for learners. This book offers rich, descriptive language that paints vivid pictures. The dialogue is natural and captures the social interactions of the time. You'll learn sophisticated vocabulary while enjoying a compelling story about love, wealth, and the American dream. The narrator, Nick Carraway, tells the story in an accessible first-person voice, which makes it easier to follow than some other classic novels. Vocabulary level, upper intermediate. You'll encounter elegant descriptions, social vocabulary, and expressions related to wealth, parties, and relationships. Cultural significance. This is considered one of the greatest American novels ever written. Understanding this book helps you understand American culture and literature. Challenge. The language is more complex than our previous recommendations, with longer sentences and more sophisticated vocabulary. But the engaging story makes it worth the effort. Pro tip: listen with a good narrator who brings the characters to life. The right narration makes all the difference with this book. Number 4, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Number 4 is To Kill a Mockingbird, a powerful story set in the American South during the Great Depression. It follows young Scout Finch as her father, lawyer Atticus Finch, defends a black man falsely accused of a crime. Why it's essential for English learners. This book teaches you about American history, justice, prejudice, and moral courage. The language is accessible, and the story is told from a child's perspective, which makes complex themes easier to understand. The dialogue is rich and authentic, showing you how people actually speak in conversations. You'll learn Southern American English expressions and cultural references. Vocabulary level, intermediate to upper intermediate. You'll encounter legal terms, social vocabulary, and some regional expressions. Themes: this book explores racism, childhood innocence, moral education, and social justice. These are important topics that will give you meaningful content to discuss in English. Emotional impact. This is a moving story that stays with you long after you finish it. That emotional connection helps cement the language in your memory. Length. It's a substantial book, around 12 to 13 hours as an audiobook, but it's so engaging that time flies by. Advanced level, books 8-10. Number 3, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now we're entering advanced territory with Pride and Prejudice, one of the most beloved novels in English literature. It tells the story of Elizabeth Bennet and her complicated relationship with the proud Mr. Darcy. Why it's challenging but rewarding. Jane Austen's language is formal and elegant, reflecting the speech of early 19th century England. The sentences are longer and more complex. The vocabulary includes many words that aren't common in modern English. However, the story is so entertaining, with its romance, humor, social commentary, and memorable characters, that it motivates you to push through the linguistic challenges. Vocabulary level, advanced. You'll encounter formal, literary language, social etiquette terms, and sophisticated expressions. What you'll gain: understanding. Austen helps you appreciate much of English literature and culture. Her influence is everywhere in modern books, movies, and TV shows. Plus, you'll develop an ear for elegant, formal English. Listening strategy. Don't worry if you don't understand everything on first listen. Focus on following the main story and relationships. With repeated listening, you'll catch more details and nuances. Cultural learning. This book teaches you about British social customs, class systems, marriage conventions, and values of the era. Number 2, 1984 by George Orwell. At number 2, we have another Orwell masterpiece, 1984, a dystopian novel about a totalitarian society where the government controls every aspect of life, even thought itself. Why it's excellent for advanced learners. Orwell's prose is clear despite the complex themes. The book introduces you to political and philosophical vocabulary. The concepts are thought-provoking, which makes for engaging learning material. The story follows Winston Smith as he struggles to retain his humanity in a world where individuality is forbidden. It's suspenseful, disturbing, and unforgettable. Vocabulary level, advanced. You'll learn political terms, philosophical concepts, and vocabulary related to surveillance, control, and rebellion. Many terms from this book, like Big Brother, thought crime, and doublethink, have entered everyday English. Relevance. This book remains incredibly relevant today with discussions about privacy, government surveillance, and truth in media. Understanding this book helps you participate in important contemporary conversations in English. Critical thinking. This book challenges you to think deeply about language, power, and freedom. This kind of intellectual engagement in English takes your learning to the highest level. Length, around 11 to 12 hours as an audiobook. Number 1, the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. And our number 1 pick is actually a series, Harry Potter. Yes, I'm giving the top spot to all 7 books in the Harry Potter series. Here's why this series is unbeatable for English learners at multiple levels. Why Harry Potter is perfect for learners. First, it grows with you. The first book, The Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone in the US, uses relatively simple language suitable for intermediate learners. As the series progresses, the language becomes more sophisticated, matching your growing English skills. Second, it's incredibly engaging. The magical world, memorable characters, exciting plot, and themes of friendship, courage, and good versus evil keep you absolutely hooked. When you're this invested in a story, learning happens naturally. Third, it's culturally significant. Harry Potter is a global phenomenon. References to these books appear everywhere in English-speaking media. Understanding Harry Potter helps you understand countless conversations, jokes, and references. Fourth, the vocabulary is rich and varied. You'll learn everyday language, British expressions, invented magical terms, and sophisticated vocabulary as the series progresses. Fifth, it's long enough to provide hundreds of hours of listening practice. The complete series is over 100 hours of audiobook content. Vocabulary progression. Books 1 to 2, intermediate level. Books 3 to 4, upper intermediate level. Books 5 to 7, advanced level. What you'll learn: British English expressions, creative descriptive language, dialogue that shows different personalities, and vocabulary ranging from school life to complex emotions and moral concepts. Bonus, the audiobooks, especially the versions narrated by Jim Dale or Stephen Fry, are extraordinary. The narration brings the characters to life and makes listening an absolute pleasure. Listening approach. Start with book 1. Listen to each book at least twice. Once for the story, once for the language. As your English improves, move through the series. By the time you finish book 7, your English will have improved dramatically. Community. There's a huge Harry Potter fan community worldwide. This gives you opportunities to discuss the books in English with other fans, join online forums, and practice your English while talking about something you love. Bonus recommendations. Before we wrap up, let me give you 3 bonus recommendations. Bonus 1, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. A philosophical adventure about following your dreams. Beautiful, simple language with profound meanings. Great for intermediate learners. Bonus 2, The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. A classic story about healing, growth, and the power of nature. Excellent for beginner to intermediate learners. Clear narration and engaging story. Bonus 3, Sherlock Holmes Stories by Arthur Conan Doyle. Mystery, adventure, and brilliant detective work. The short story format is Perfect for learners. You can complete one story in a single sitting, intermediate to advanced level. How to use these audiobooks effectively. Now that you know which audiobooks to choose, let me share some tips for using them effectively. Tip 1. Choose the right level. Start with a book that's slightly challenging but not overwhelming. If you understand about 70 to 80% on first listen, that's perfect. Tip 2. Listen actively. Don't just have the audiobook playing in the background. Focus on it. Try to understand every word. When something is unclear, pause and think about it. Tip 3. Listen multiple times. The first listen is for enjoying the story. The second listen is for understanding details. The third listen is for catching nuances and appreciating the language. Tip 4. Combine listening with reading. If possible, follow along with the text while listening. This connects the sounds with the written words and improves your reading pronunciation. Tip 5. Take notes. Write down interesting phrases, new vocabulary, or expressions you want to remember. Review these notes regularly. Tip 6. Practice summarizing. After each chapter or section, try to summarize what happened in your own words. This practices your speaking and ensures you understood the content. Tip 7. Join discussions. Find online book clubs or forums where you can discuss these books in English. This practices your writing and critical thinking. Tip 8. Be patient. At first, listening to a full audiobook might feel challenging. That's normal. Your listening stamina will improve with practice. Start with shorter books and work your way up. Tip 9. Enjoy the journey. Learning English through audiobooks should be enjoyable, not stressful. If a book feels too difficult or boring, it's okay to choose a different one. The best audiobook for learning is one you actually want to finish. Tip 10. Make it a habit. Try to listen to audiobooks for at least 20 to 30 minutes every day. Consistency is the key to rapid improvement. Conclusion. So there you have it. Our top 10 audiobooks for English learners from beginner to advanced level. Let's recap. For beginners, Charlotte's Web, The Little Prince, and The Adventures of Tom Sawyer offer clear, accessible language with engaging stories. For intermediate learners, Animal Farm, The Old Man and the Sea, The Great Gatsby, and To Kill a Mockingbird provide richer vocabulary and more complex themes while remaining accessible. For advanced learners, Pride and Prejudice in 1984 offer sophisticated language and profound ideas. And our number 1 pick, the Harry Potter series grows with you from intermediate to advanced, providing hundreds of hours of magical, engaging English practice. Remember, the best audiobook for you is one that matches your current level, interests you personally, and keeps you motivated to keep listening. Here at the English Audiobook Library, we're committed to providing you with free, high-quality audiobooks across all these levels. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you can access these amazing books and many more. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these audiobooks are you most excited to start? Have you already listened to any of them? What other audiobooks would you recommend for English learners? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with friends who are learning English, and check out our other videos for more English learning tips and free audiobooks. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, every audiobook you listen to is a step toward English fluency. Keep listening, keep learning, and enjoy the journey. Happy listening, and I'll see you in the next video.